Oops, I accidentally started Undertale. Okay, boom. Right game. Okay. Good enough. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, look at look at our deep slate. Oh, that's not their names. Listen up, it's going down. Anarchy Splatcast. Splatfest is now theme. Halftime report. It's gonna be fun. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, it's gonna be fun. Wow, it's closer than I thought, but yeah. Of course it was gonna be fun. As far as I know, Team Grub doesn't exist. Yep, those are the main stages, and Hammerhead Bridge for Turf Battle. And Salmon Run, which I'm not worried about. Spicy. See you later. Oh, look at him. Oh, look at... Oh. Look at him. Oh. I love him. I can see your forehead. You're a little bit more visible. There you go. That's better. Let's check the shops real quick. Yeah, let's check the shops. Because those have refreshed since last I played. Well, you haven't, but you should have. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need it. God, it's so expensive to get a gear to level 3. I don't think I've ever used that gear. I'll actually buy that. God, yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, I meant to check the last shop. Yeah, it's just right here. It's not too hard to find. Do I not own any blues? God, there goes all of our money. It was actually interesting. I actually saw them selling a Super Sea Snail in here the other day. It was like 300. It was 333, so it was very expensive. And whether that's a Super Sea Snail for your locker or just an in general Super Sea Snail. Oh wow, look at that. That's God, there are so many great artists on Splatoon. Finding out they're defending in Tricolor Turf War. I'm in danger. Yeah. So yeah, that was wild to see. Yeah, how that works, I have no idea. But it was very interesting to see nevertheless. Did we... Yeah, we spent all of our money. Okay. Alright, let's just jump into Tricolor. So, of course, we're starting late tonight. Like, when aren't we starting late? I don't mean to start late. It just is something that keeps happening, man. Like, it's not my intention. I can tell you that. It just keeps happening that way. I blame Batman. I am all... We'll talk about it probably next week. But I am almost done with Arkham City. At least I think if I had to guess. Unless some, like, big new twist is going to happen. And all of a sudden, like, I'm only at the halfway point. But this is, what, a 10-year-old game at this point? I don't know. I think Arkham City came out, what, 2010, 2011? So it's a wee bit old. But if I had to guess, yeah, I'm near the end of Arkham City. So, which, it's honestly gone a lot faster than Arkham Asylum did. Arkham Asylum took several months. Arkham City probably only will take a few days. Oh my gosh, look at all those splooshamatics. So, I'm using the TriCaster, mainly because I'm trying to get those, gold tickets. Or not gold tickets, you know, the silver tickets. I'm trying to get silver tickets. And you know, to get silver tickets, you have to level up using the weapons you already have. So, one of the few weapons I haven't leveled up with... Of course I miss. Okay, whatever. Is the TriCaster. I have not gotten this to rank 1 yet. So, before I can buy anything new, I should get the TriCaster to rank 1. Of course, I'm not very good with it, because, you know, it's a sniping weapon. And honestly, I put more trust into sniping weapons than I do TriCaster. Kanye West. You know, I'm Kanye West. I was actually reading a news article about Kanye West having started a school. He actually started it, like, last year. But it was in the news recently. And part of the reason for that is that, everybody who attends it signs an NDA. So they don't actually know what's happening at the school. The school is not accredited. I know TriCaster isn't the greatest turfing weapon, but, you know, I'm working with what I have. Oh, my. So, I should say off the bat, if my voice sounds off, guess what? I'm fucking sick again. I'm back in the goddamn building, goddammit. No, like, I know I've had, like, my voice has been kind of, like, coughy the past few weeks, ever since I got sick. But, like, I haven't actually felt sick. I've just had a cough. Right, that's been it. I haven't actually felt sick at all. I've just had a cough. But then I fucking woke up this morning, and I can't breathe out my fucking nose, so I have no idea what happened. But something fucking happened, so I got something somehow. Your best guess is as good as mine. But yeah, to say I'm annoyed is an understatement. I think we fucking lost, and I'm fucking terrible. But yeah, so all of a sudden my nose is... I don't feel anything else. I mean, I might have a fever, but honestly, I can't tell. But yeah, I just woke up and I couldn't breathe out my fucking nose again this morning. I'm so fucking annoyed. It is so stupid. God, I hate it so much. Ugh. So yeah, I have no idea what that's about. It is interesting that you get 1.2 times a Splatfest bonus for the catalog. I mean, you got to make those season pass points up somehow, right? Because that's what the catalog is, a season pass. I don't know, I definitely feel like I'm making more progress in it than I am Fall Guys. Because they changed how leveling up worked in Fall Guys. At least I'm like 90% sure they did. I haven't actually checked. But as a result, I feel like you level up slower now. I have no proof, honestly. It might still be like a level per day if you do all the season pass stuff. But there's just something about it that feels off. In a way that I can't really describe. Yeah, I know I haven't streamed the new Fall Guys season. Honestly, I've barely played it. I think I'm at like level 10. I know we talked a little bit about it last week. But yeah. So yeah, I am sick, you know, just fuck it. Fuck everything. Everything sucks. Throw a desk. You know how it goes. I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed. Yeah, so yeah. Honestly, I was really hoping when I woke up that I was like, you know, maybe this will clear later in the day. It did not. Honestly, it might have even just gotten worse. Because like I said, other than this, I don't feel sick at all. Like, honestly, other than this one little thing. God, I can't get a shot to save my life. I fucking suck with the TriCaster. I'm just trying to use it to get those XP points. Honestly, it's been going okay today. So if you couldn't tell, I'm already a ways into leveling up. I'm at what my rank is, Defender. So I've already done some work in the Splatfest. Yeah, I'm up to Defender. So yeah, I've done some work in the Splatfest, but you know, it's slow going. And I did it before the tricolor was unlocked. Because yeah, because you know, getting those salty sea snails are important. And I have no idea how they're distributing them this time around. I just know they are. I think in the previous, it was what? If you got max rank, it was 25 sea snails. I think it was 20. I don't know. There I think is footage of me getting them. I don't know. I feel like there should be footage of me getting them on stream. I haven't actually checked. Because I'm sure there's a period where we did a Splatfest. I didn't play the game until the next Splatfest a month later. That sounds like something I would do. Yeah, I know this weapon is not the best. Honestly, we might just switch over to the Dynamo Roller. Because that's another weapon I haven't gotten to level whatever yet. And I'm definitely way more confident with the Dynamo Roller. It's got its problems, sure, but I definitely feel more confident as a turfing weapon. Fuck yeah, I'm doing terrible with this thing. Even right now. It's just, I mean, you can turf with this thing. It's just not the easiest turf weapon. Yeah, we fucking got our asses kicked. Okay, I should switch over to a Dynamo. Where's my notes for the show today? So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 stories tonight. So it's a fair bit. Oh, whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about that. An email. Okay, let's... What gear do I have? Okay, I've got... Okay, I was like, I know I have... This hat has quick super jump, really? I feel I'd rather have those, honestly. And the second I get this max level, I'm going to scrub it. Yeah, there's our Dynamo. Alright, so we should probably get into the news stories today. So the first one... So this literally happened while I was streaming last week. This literally was while I was streaming last week. this was going on, and I didn't find out until, like, the moment stream ended. And I logged onto Twitter, and I realized, like, oh, shit. Wait, what's going on? So, basically, what happened is some guy... We actually found out it's a 17-year-old kid in London. At least I think he's in London. I know he's 17. I know that's for sure. I don't think we know his real name. But using, I want to say Slack and like, those, like, corporate messaging programs, he was able to get into Rockstar's, like, ecosystem and get a bunch of leaked footage for a bunch of footage from GTA 6 that he would then go on to leak, as well as acquiring the supposed source codes, at least he claims to have, the source codes for GTA 6 and GTA 5. So yeah, he claims to have both. We actually don't know if he does. But at the moment, he is claimed to have. Really? That didn't kill? So yeah. So the footage, I have actually watched some of it. There was one, I'm not going to show any of it, obviously. Most of it's been copyright stricken, which is how we, like, of course, when it originally came out, there was all the speculation, like, is this real? Is this fake? But we knew it was real, initially anyways, because Rockstar started copyright claiming it. Of course, they would go on to put out an official statement saying that, yes, it is real. Yeah, that would happen on Monday, but yeah. So the main footage was, like, the two characters, I don't remember either of their names, robbing I want to say it was like a burger joint or something. Right, that was the main footage. That was the big clip that I saw going around everywhere. But there was a bunch of smaller clips of, like, open world stuff, and... Right, there was just, like, driving, and going around the open world, and... Right, a bunch of confirmations, like, hey... Because there had been some, like, rumors about what was going to be in this game. Like, oh, that the game was going to feature, a Bonnie and Clyde-style protagonist duo. And that it was going to take place in Vice City. And yeah, all that stuff basically got confirmed. So yeah, all that information totally real by this. So yeah, a lot of those leaks that were all alleged that came from, like, games journalists and whatnot, those were all real. But this footage, right? That, I don't know. It's the video game ecosystem is so weird. But yeah. Of course, this game probably isn't coming out until 2024. At least we're pretty sure about that. But yeah, so this game's not coming out for a while. We might have. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, it's not for a while, but the actual the footage the footage might even be like 2 years old. Like, I think that was the speculation. Like, this footage could be like from 2020. So right, but of course, the second all this footage came out, you had nothing but the worst possible takes. Alright, of course, you know how the internet works. They just love to give the worst fucking takes in the world. And so, of course, the most prolific one, the one that everybody saw going around, was the guy who claimed, like, oh, everybody knows that graphics are the first thing finished in video games. So this is how the final game is going to look. Of course, you also had people saying like, "Oh yeah, if this is the the graphics on this look like almost look like a finished Ubisoft game." Because that's how fucking ugly Ubisoft games look. It's funny because it's true. Because they're the company that allegedly mentally and physically abused employees. So did Rockstar, to be fair. Rockstar definitely crunched their employees. But one of the nice things about GTA 6 is that Rockstar has said they're going to do better. And that GTA 6 will not have employees crunching. But of course, the immediate concern after this footage was leaked was, oh, if the public is saying this footage looks bad, is Rockstar going to start crunching their employees to force them to make the game look better? It became, I mean, honestly, that was something that upon the initial reveal of all this footage, some people's first thoughts was, oh, Rockstar's going to start crunching their employees because the footage doesn't look good, right? Because they invest, right? This sends a bad image of the company, and the only way to fix that's going to be crunch. I personally don't think that's going to happen. I think that's a little bit of an overstatement. You know what, the one thing that sucks about having the cooler is that I only have a single teammate who can benefit from it. Yeah, I was like, we're dead. I saw the Splatfest right there. Just a second too late. But yeah, so yeah, of course you had a bunch of whiny babies complaining about how it looks, complaining about a female protagonist because we live in hell, and, you know, people have nothing better to complain about, and these privileged little white boys just fucking... I mean, honestly, I expected it, you probably expected it. Of course it's what happened. Of course it happened. Oh, god damn it. I mean, even without the Ultra Signal, the other orange team's still winning. I saw them coming from both sides at me. Honestly, I don't care if we win. I just care that orange team loses. Or that green team loses. I honestly think that based on how... Because supposedly orange team doesn't exist in this Splatfest. Which doesn't surprise me, like, at all. Oh, we've taken the lead? I don't know how that fucking happened. I have no idea. Yeah, they were able to defend it, but I don't know if that gives them the win. Yeah, wow. Sure enough, it did. But yeah, so according to Rockstar, right, even though I could, right, like the idea of like, oh, this delaying the game is totally a possible one. It looks like, at least at the moment, nothing's gonna, right, they say the game is still on track. Hopefully they're not crunching their team. Probably 2024 is still the release date. And again, I'm fine with that. I supported Mojang to not crunch their employees. You better believe I support Rockstar doing it. Right, Rockstar changing their image is a good thing, for sure. I really hope it's true, and yeah, that's why it's got such a far away release date. Is because, you know, these are big games. They take time, and sure, you could get it out faster if you crunch, but it creates worse employees right? Worse employee health, but also it creates worse games. Because then you get employees that burn themselves out. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, this has been widely considered the biggest leak in all of gaming. And yeah, that's probably true. But like, it was Neil Druckmann from Naughty Dog who was like, you know what, I had this happen to me, and the truth is that by the time the game's out, nobody will care anymore. This will just become another footnote in a Wikipedia page. So don't let this like demoralize you. And yeah, you know what, fair enough. I had honestly completely forgotten that Last of Us 2 leaked. Yep, that I no, like I'm not joking. Like I had seriously just completely forgotten that happened. So yeah, he's completely right. And of course, to like support like the people who are complaining about the graphics, especially to clown on that guy, the guy who said like, "Oh, graphics are the first thing finished in a video game." A bunch of game devs came out and were like, "Oh yeah, here's what our game looked like." It was like 6 months before launch, and yeah, it looked. I mean, it didn't look terrible, but yeah. There were some that looked terrible, but like, you know, it's early in development, so of course I don't expect them to look great. Oh. Yeah, no, like, God, like, even, yeah, I think Pokemon. Fucking 6 months out from Legends Arceus' release, it looked worse than it does at launch. Yeah, no, even just a few months can do a lot. I mean, Legends Arceus doesn't look amazing, but you can tell there's a difference. Right, so yeah. What else? But yeah, so... from here, yeah, the guy, like I said at the top, the guy has been caught. He's 17 years old, so who knows what's gonna happen to him. Oh, look at that Cuphead. That's cute. It's a really cute one. Honestly, who knows what's gonna happen to this kid. But yeah, he's 17. But yeah, I mean, he's 17 years old. Of course he doesn't see the consequences of his actions. Of course he doesn't realize that he has all the time in the world. Right? Because you only realize you have all the time in the world to wait for video games once you start running out of time and time starts moving faster. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I mean, especially if all the non-crunch stuff continues to be true. I mean, I played GTA 5, I'll probably play GTA 6. I still don't like Rockstar's microtransactions. But, you know, the GTA 5 story was good. It probably doesn't hold up in some places, that's probably for sure. Like, yeah, I don't know. I haven't played GTA 5 in... 7 years? I don't know. I think the game is 9 years old. No, that's probably not true. That's not right. It came out on the Xbox 360. It came out, didn't it come out originally on the Xbox 360? Because then it got ported over to the Xbox One, and then it later got ported to the Xbox, Series X and PS5. So, yeah, I want to say it's been like 7 years. A lot of the online stuff, I really haven't played. Like the Doomsday Heist. I've never played the Doomsday Heist, but I've watched other people do the Doomsday Heist. I've never done Criminal Masterminds, but I've watched other people do criminal masterminds. And that's a lot of fun, you know? At least it was. But yeah, no, you know, it's just this, right? It's crazy that this all leaked, but... Oh my god. That fucking name, man. Does that terrible Splatoon name Twitter account take, submissions? Because, boom, that's gonna be a submission right there. Fuck, man. That's gonna be a submission. So I guess, yeah, that's all I gotta say. You know, it'll happen when it happens. I've fully... Right, it's a terrible thing that happens when... Not for the companies. I could give less of a shit about the companies, but it's for the people on the ground making the game that have been putting years of their lives to make it look nice. And then just to have this be how the game is revealed. But yeah, in time, people will forget, either because the next thing leaks, or something else happens, you know? Yeah, time changes many things. So I guess that moves us on to our next thing. So... I think this happened Sunday. There was a lot of drama. Is it Kit and Krista? The people who used to do Nintendo Minute. I want to say it's Kit and Krista. God, I could be wrong about... I'm probably wrong about that. But they used to do Nintendo Minute, but then they left Nintendo, and now they have their own, like, Nintendo podcast, YouTube channel stuff. And while talking about Pokemon, they mentioned that they had wanted to do, for Nintendo Minute, they had wanted to do a Nuzlocke. They thought a Nuzlocke would be a fun challenge. And yeah, to be fair, that does sound like a fun challenge. But when asking the Pokemon Company, like, hey, is this something we can do? The Pokemon Company told them no, that they consider Nuzlockes on the same scale as, like, modded Pokemon. So, like, they consider Nuzlockes in the same vein as something like Pokemon Uranium, or all the other Pokemon... Snakewood is, I think, another one. Right, they consider it like that. God damn. Whoever was over here. God, they're still fucking here. Yeah, there's... God damn. They just came to our base and we just could not kill them. We lost that. But yeah, so they talk... Let me look it up. I think it's Kit and Krista. God, I don't remember. Let's see if I can find out real quick. I can find the clip easily enough, but I can't actually find their names. Yeah, I can find the clip of them talking about it. But I can't find their names. What the fuck? Let's see. I have no fucking idea. Okay, I just know it's them. I recognize them from Nintendo Minute. Okay, I can't find their names. I can't even find their podcast. I can just find somebody else's re-uploading clip that does not have the name in it. At least I assume it's somebody else. It might be Pat and Krista, but that doesn't sound perfect to me. Honestly, that might be correct. But yeah, so basically, they pitched doing a Nuzlocke on Nintendo Minute, and the Pokemon Company told them no, that, right, Nuzlocks are considered the same as mods. And a lot of people freaked the fuck out over this. Honestly, people kind of lost their minds at this. Because, of course, a Nuzlocke, which uses no mods, is nothing like a fucking mod. Right? Of course, because it makes no fucking sense. Of course, a lot of people try to justify it like, oh, maybe they're talking about randomizers. Randomizer Nuzlocks are very popular. Maybe that's what the Pokemon Company's talking about. No, straight up, I don't believe that. I 100% believe they're just talking about normal Nuzlocks. But, okay, so that was the original drama. Then, Joe Maverick of I always call him Maverick, it's Merrick. Joe Merrick over at Cerebi came out and said that, according to his conversations with the Pokemon Company, they have no problem with Nuzlocks. Right? And then people, of course, anytime, because Joe Merrick speaks the truth. Right? People call him a shill, but he speaks the truth. So I totally believe what Joe Merrick is saying here. That, yeah, the Pokemon Company, their official statement, their official stance on Nuzlocke is that they're pro-Nuzlocke. Or at least they're not pro-Nuzlocke. They have no problem with people doing Nuzlocke. I guess maybe not pro-Nuzlocke probably isn't the right phrasing. I would say the right phrasing is Nuzlocke indifferent. They have no problem with they're not supporting people doing it. Like that would be like what they do with Temtem, actually giving people the option to do a Nuzlocke in their game. They're just Nuzlocke indifferent, right? If people do them, that's okay. But if people, right, they're not gonna stop people from doing them, but they're not also gonna like encourage people to do them either, right? Whereas like a game like Temtem has a built-in Nuzlocke mode, which yeah, I think that's the best way of putting it. So of course Joe Matt, right? He came out and people immediately started dogpiling on him, calling him a Pokemon, right? Calling him a shill for the Pokemon Company. Yada, yada, yada. It's all bullshit, right? People do not like... Even though he runs the best Pokemon website, people just do not like Joe Merrick. He gets way too much shit. But he is really good at his job, and he really does know his stuff. So yeah, I fully believe him. And then, of course, in the days since then, several other companies have come out and said that, yeah. Or several other, like, journalists, I mean. Like, I want to say both like Polygon and Kotaku both reached out to the Pokemon Company for a statement, and they just reiterated what Joe said, that they have no problem with Nuzlocks whatsoever. So yeah, I definitely do think this is people blowing it way out of proportion. Yeah, do I have the Joe Merrick tweet? I could see myself saving it. I guess I didn't. Okay, whatever. Whatever, I clearly don't have any tweets, so whatever. Okay. Yeah, so other websites have corroborated what Joe Merrick was saying. If you want my interpretation, as someone who knows nothing, is that internally, the Pokemon Company doesn't do Nuzlocks, but externally, they have no problem with them. So, like, if you're, like, if you're just a Pokemon fan and you do a Nuzlocke, they have no problem with it. But internally, yeah, no, they can't have you do a Nuzlocke. That, right, doing a Nuzlocke on, like, an official Nintendo stream or show or whatever would be the same thing as, yeah, playing like a Pokemon Uranium. And it works the same way with Kaizo Mario, right? Because Kaizo was a mod, it was like a custom level mod for Super Mario World. And right, people make Kaizo levels in Mario Maker. But Nintendo's never going to, acknowledge that. Sure, they say like, oh yeah, you can make hard levels. They have no problem with people making hard levels. And they have no problem with people making Kaizo levels. But Nintendo is never going to put a level in Mario Maker that is like that's called like Kaizo, right? That's just not how, right? It's because it's a mod. Nintendo can't officially acknowledge that because it is technically a mod, even though it is the popular fan term. And the same is probably true with Nuzlocke, because Nuzlocke is literally a Lost reference. Like, the TV show Lost, originally started by J.J. Abrams. Yeah, that's where Nuzlocke comes from. It's a fucking Lost reference to John Locke. Yeah, for those who don't know that. So that's why internally you can't reference Nuzlockes in the same way you couldn't reference, right, like a Pokemon Uranium or what all the other mods people have made. Like all those mods people are making right now for Diamond and Pearl that add in like the legendaries and Sylveon and who knows what the fuck else, right? Right, like that's just kind of how it works. So I get it, right? Because companies don't... I mean, name a single video game company that has acknowledged their mods. I'm sure some exist. I'm sure some companies that have acknowledged mods, or maybe even... I'm sure there's some indie studios that have even put, like, in mods in their game, like, made mods official part of their game. But they're few and far in between, right? It's like, for the same reason, like, Minecraft, right? People are always like, why doesn't Minecraft just add Optifine into the game? Well, that's part of the reason, because it's a mod, after all. Right? You can't just put it in the game. It's a little bit more complicated than that. So yeah, that's just... I really do think people blew this way fucking out of proportion. That, yeah, internally, yeah, you can't do an Nuzlocke, but the Pokemon Company has no problem. Of course, the complications then arose when people started saying, like, oh, well, I applied for Nintendo's partnership program and was denied because I stream Nuzlocks, right? But in response to that, Nintendo's like internal like partnership program stuff was fucking bullshit, and it made no sense. Like seriously, people just randomly got dropped from Nintendo's partnership program for literally zero reason. Or then there'd be like sometimes where people like just even though every other company was fine with them, Nintendo would deny them. Or then there was some people who like mentioned that like, oh yeah, every company but Nintendo had a problem with them. And literally there's no luck or logic to it. It all just makes no sense. Which that's very on brand for Nintendo. Come on, like does that really sound off to anybody? The idea that Nintendo makes no fucking sense makes perfect sense to me. Nintendo being fucking obtuse? Yeah, sign me the fuck up. Oh my god. So yeah, I think people blew this way out of proportion. You know, yep, I totally agree with Joe Merrick. He gets way too much shit. He got way too much shit over this. People just want to hate the Pokemon Company because they're an easy target. Because guess what? Nostalgia is dead, and nothing you do will ever bring it back. You can't do anything to save your nostalgia. It's gone. Just fucking let it die. You unbearable cunts. Next up, so it was announced that Motive Studios, at least I think this was, I don't know if this was an official announcement or if this was another, right, like, potential thing, but it seems to be confirmed that Motive Studios, whom, if you don't know, Motive Studios made Battlefront 2. They made that Star Wars Squadrons game that everyone immediately forgot about. They're currently working on the Dead Space remake that comes out in, what, January of next year? Supposedly and again, it seems confirmed, they're working on an Iron Man game. Now, there is already an Iron Man VR game. But yeah, it seems like Motive Studios is working on an Iron Man game. It is in early development, but it is happening. So yeah, what do I... any thoughts on an Iron Man game? Well, there is that VR game, and I played a little bit of that VR game. But I feel like an Iron Man game has potential. Again, I feel I'm spoiled right now because I'm playing through the Batman Arkham games. Specifically Arkham City. And it's just really good, and it's like, God, if more... God, in some ways I'm like, God, I wish Spider-Man had more elements like this. God, I hope Spider-Man 2 has a Mysterio segment. I'm gonna be so disappointed if Spider-Man 2 doesn't have a Mysterio segment. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye a second too late. But yeah, I'm not that I didn't enjoy Spider-Man. I think Batman has more going for him, honestly. Because Batman's got his fucking villains, man. But no, the idea of an Iron Man game, you know, have us face off against evil Iron Man in a different armor, evil Iron Man in a evil Iron Man, but he's Russian. Evil Iron Man, but he's got a giant suit. Something like that, and his daughter's evil, and has like a red cloak. Which Iron Man villains was I was talking about? Yeah. The one magic guy who does magic. I legitimately can't name any other Iron Man villains. I'm sure there are more, but I legitimately can't think of any of them. God damn it. I can't remember. I know people figured out what that, like, you saw like the fish above his head. I know people figured out what that means. I just don't remember what that means. God damn it. So yeah, that's all. But I think the idea of an Iron Man game is a fine idea. Motive working on it. I mean, we'll see how they do with Dead Space. Battlefront 2, I heard, was better. I think they might have worked on the first one. I kind of don't remember. And again, I don't remember anyone talking about... I remember people thinking that Squadrons game was fine. But it was just kind of one of those games that was immediately forgotten about. Oh my god, I blundered that so fucking hard. Because I kept bouncing off that thing. But yeah, I think it's an interesting idea, you know. Yeah, it's still probably at least 2 years away, if not more. But hey, it's a thing that's in development right now, so keep that in mind. God damn it, I'm so bad. This is why I only use the Splooshomatic, because it's the only weapon I'm good at. Anything else? Not really. It's just, hey, boom, that's existing. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know. I feel like Marvel games have been very hit and miss. Like, I don't know. I don't think anyone hated that Switch one, Ultimate Alliance 3. But nobody also loved it. Midnight Suns comes out in December, so we'll see. But they do a lot of fucking mobile games, and you know, mobile games suck. There was a time where mobile games could be good. But that ain't anymore. That's in the past. Mobile games are fucking dead nowadays. Fucking dead and buried. So next up, not Nvidia. Is it Nvidia? I think oh god, it is Nvidia, isn't it? They revealed a bunch of new graphic cards, is what I'm saying. So right now we're currently in the 30 series. Right, you have the 3080, the 3090. There might be a 3070. I kind of don't remember. That, were impossible to find because of fucking cryptocurrency. But hey, cryptocurrencies have basically collapsed because they did capitalism speedrunning. And I know Ethereum just switched to a more eco-friendly blockchain or some shit. So hey, maybe these new graphics cards. So right, I need a new computer. But like, if I get a new computer, I want to get, I want something good. So I want a good graphics cards in it. But I'm not gonna pay like $3,000 for one of these NVIDIA GeForce RTX 390s or whatever. That's like $3,000. Of course, the newly revealed ones, we got a 490 and a 480. The 490 is, I want to say, like 1,500. The 480 is, I want to say, like $900. And I think there's like different versions. I think there's a version with 8 gigabytes of RAM and a version with 10 gigabytes of RAM. Or 12, I mean, 12. So yeah, but they held this big press conference, right, revealing this, showing off a bunch of stuff. They showed off like this stuff with like model cars, and it looks really nice. Like, if I'm being completely honest, it looks really nice. And they also showed one of the special things to like show off these graphics cards is that they're doing a free update to the game Portal. That's going to give it, I'm trying to find my teammates. But yeah, so they're doing, for the original Portal game, they're giving the original Portal game ray tracing. Which is definitely not something it needs. But they're doing it, so... okay. I mean, honestly, it looks very nice. It does look very nice. I like the lighting. When it comes to special effects, I think lighting is super important. I know this is video games, but yeah. Yeah, I do think it looks nice, I don't know, these are just very expensive. But my hope is that, hey, maybe if the 380s, if you can find one, which I'm pretty sure you can nowadays, maybe they'll be more affordable now. Right? Maybe those will go down in... I know they'll be last generation, but maybe they'll go down in price, Oh my god, there's nothing. So yeah, that's because I need a new computer so bad. Mine is 8 years old. Yeah, I think 8 sounds right. At least it sounds right in my head. So yeah, I desperately need something new. Honestly, I'm surprised it's made it this long, if I'm being completely honest. But yeah, so I'm definitely, but yeah, if I'm gonna do something, I'm probably gonna build it, but I don't know if I'm actually gonna build anything anytime soon. But yeah, so those are things that exist. Portal with ray tracing. And I know there's like some new tools, like they showed off a new tool for like that they used in Oblivion as an example, that took the Elder Scrolls Oblivion and like right upped all the textures, and it actually did look very nice. So yeah, I'm kind of it looks nice, I mean, we've kind of hit the point where graphics are only going to be able to improve so much now. But I mean, we were bound to hit that point eventually. Next up, I guess let's talk about some Twitch drama, since we are streaming on Twitch. Let's talk about some fucking drama. So, okay, so I couldn't... Twitch drama is a young man's game, you know? YouTuber drama is a young man's game, and I ain't no young man anymore. Right? I used to know more than I used to know more than I should have. Like, back during, like, the Keemstar Scarce Wars with Leafy and whatnot. God, I used to know I used to follow that fucking drama. Nowadays, I just don't give a shit. So, all this Twitch drama is so hard to keep track of. But basically, to the best of my understanding, people are scamming other people. Like, there's basically this one streamer who scammed a bunch of, like, streamers. But then there's someone with, like, a very similar name who has, like, the exact, like, yeah, who was, like, digging up dirt on other people. And then people like Hassan and Pokemon came out and were like, we need to ban gambling on Twitch. And there was another streamer who also got into some similar drama about gambling. And boom, people came out with receipts and DMs, and eventually it all amounted to, if I just moved it up a little bit more. It eventually all resulted in, God, what was it, like Wednesday or something? Maybe Thursday. Twitch announced that they're officially banning gambling. At least gambling, like, that's not hosted in the US. So any gambling with, like, cryptocurrencies, and any gambling from, like, that's, like, hosted in China. All of that's banned. So, yeah, at least, and that'll be in, like, mid-October. Yeah, there was just I saw, like, a TikTok that, like, tried to explain it all in, like, 60 seconds. And that's honestly where a lot of my, like, recollection of this is coming from. It's just seeing that one TikTok, like, basically, I think it was on the 20th is when I saw the TikTok that explained it. But yeah, Twitch has banned gambling. And then, after they banned gambling, they then came out and said that they're messing with their revenue share. So right now, if you get ad revenue on Twitch, you get... Right, it's split between Twitch and the streamer. So the streamer gets 70%, Twitch gets 30%. That's the revenue split. Because, you know, streaming video costs a lot of money. Right? Like, YouTube... And, like, we know for a fact YouTube barely, if at all, makes a profit. Because, right... Because basically for all the videos that, like, these big content creators, you know, your Markipliers, your PewDiePies, your Jacksepticeye's, your non-gaming YouTubers that I can't think of any right now, for all the money they make, right, there are still hundreds of hours of video uploaded to YouTube every day. And hosting that costs money. So Twitch, right, so YouTube... all the money that they make off these big streamers, they then put back into hosting videos for smaller people, right? And Twitch works in a very similar way. That, right, for every one streamer who makes like thousands of dollars, there are a dozen streamers like yours truly who make no fucking money right? Who make no money for Twitch. I saw it, but by the time I saw it, I'd already committed to the stab. So yeah, as a result, Twitch is, right, basically infinitely losing money. So they've decided to change the revenue share to a 50-50 split. And we haven't really seen the full repercussions of this yet. I'm sure we will in the coming days. But to say it pissed people off, yeah. Between this and all the other drama this week, this has not been a good week for Twitch, and it's not been a good week for Amazon either. Because Amazon's being investigated for anti-compete clause, basically being a monopoly. That because of how they do featured sellers and whatnot, Amazon's being investigated because if you don't sell on if you sell on multiple websites, well, Amazon restricts how much and what you can sell. So that's pretty anti-competitive right there. So yeah, there's been a lot of Amazon drama this week. We'll see how it all plays out. But yeah, the Twitch drama stuff has just been a fucking mess. But the 50, I don't know, and you know, more people, if YouTube could come in right now, because YouTube has the 70-30 split as well, and like snatch up a bunch of these streamers and be like, hey, we'll pay you better. I know, because Microsoft had that one streaming service, Mixer, that completely failed and has been shut down. I know there's like one called like Fansly or whatever that supposedly has like a 90-10 split. But there's got to be some sort of fucking catch there. There always is some sort of catch. So we'll see. We'll see what sort of catch there is. There's always a catch. Right? Fansly, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we'll see how this plays out over the coming days. But yeah, it's just been so much fucking drama this week. It really has been. But honestly, taking gambling... Because there was also a report that came out about how, like, kids and child predators on Twitch, which is a terrible thing. And honestly, the less gambling that gets exposed to kids, the better. So our last news story for the night is Video Games Dunkey made a video announcing his new gaming publishing house called Bigmode. Right? That because he's a games... Oh, we got 1 star in the Sheldon license. Yay. Okay, that's a new weapon for us right there. Let's go buy a carbon roller. Fuck, I hate the carbon roller. Could be worse, could be a fling. I don't know. I see a lot of people play Flingza, so maybe Flingza's better in this game. But, who knows? But yeah, so Dunkey announced it, and I haven't watched Dunkey in forever. Dunkey is a person I have very mixed feelings on. There's an old joke about Schrodinger's douchebag, where he'll say something offensive, and then decide, or say something, I guess it's not always offensive, I'll say controversial. Schrodinger's douchebag will say something controversial, and then decide whether or not they were telling a joke based on how people reacted, right? If people reacted positively, then yeah, they meant it seriously. But if people were joking about it, if people didn't like it, then it was just a joke, bro. Right? It's called Schrodinger's douchebag. You can look it up. Dunkey is a Schrodinger's douchebag, where sometimes he'll say something and I'll be like, and then depending on how much people hated him, aka Xenoblade Chronicles 3 review, just the most recent controversy. Like, honestly, that's the most recent one. There's been plenty. Right? Oh, well, people didn't like his review? Oh, well, it was just a joke, bro. But, oh, this other video? This is a serious video, man. And I know, like, his YouTube channel has, playlists for serious videos and joke videos. No, he's totally a Schrodinger's douchebag. You cannot change my mind on that one. That's exactly how he functions. But yeah, and because of that, I kind of got off Dunkey. I was a fan. And I still think, in theory, he can do good stuff. But he's definitely... It was the video of him talking about people making fun of him. That was the moment I was like, I don't know if I like Dunkey anymore. Because that was the moment he started punting down. And you just can't punt down, man. It's really fucking hard to punt down and look good doing it. I can literally not think of any examples, but... Oh, look at that hat. Ooh. Yeah, but I've seen some of his stuff, and yeah, it's mostly... He's got some good stuff in there. It's not all terrible. But he's starting this game publisher, because, he's like, oh yeah, I've played a bunch of indie games. I know what makes a good video game, so I'm going to be publishing them. It's important to point out he's not. This is not a game studio. He is not developing the game. I've seen some people interpret this as him starting his own game development house. That's not what he's doing. He's doing a publishing house, which is, you know, people will bring games to him and he'll publish them. It's a whole right. It's basically Devolver Digital. Devolver Digital is a games publisher. I want to say even companies like Limited Run Games have published games in the past. That sounds right. I know Rooster Teeth has published games. I think they did have an open house studio, but they did publish Bendy and the Ink Machine on consoles anyways. So yeah, I think, right, because a lot of people, right, his statement about like, oh, I'm a games critic, I know what makes games good, right, people have said that in the past, and then tried to make a game, and that game turns out terrible, right? Fucking Yogscast. I think they hired a studio to make a game, but still. Right, it usually doesn't work out. But this is a publishing house. This is different. And here's the thing. Like, yeah, we can clown on this, you know. We can think like, oh, maybe he's in over his head. And yeah, you know what? He probably is, honestly. Who knows? He might not be. He might know exactly what he's doing. Because, like, in one hand, like, if people come to him and bring him a good game, well, hey, now all of a sudden he's got this platform of millions of people that he can advertise it to. He can go to other creators, right, that he has connections with and be like, hey, I've got this really good game. You want to play it? Here's a free copy, right? And we know for a fact that works, right? Giving Let's Players and streamers games does sell copies. So yeah, I see something there. But here's the thing. If it fails, it fails. If he succeeds, then that's just more good video games. He's already put out a statement saying that no, we will not be doing NFTs or anything blockchain related. I hope he also says no microtransactions, but we'll see about that. But no, he's already came out and gone anti-NFT. But yeah, no, if he succeeds at this, and this goes well, that's just more good video games for us. And if this fails, well, hey, no skin off my back. This isn't a fucking Kickstarter like Yogg's Quest. I haven't put any money into this. So yeah, I literally have no reason not to root for him. Because worst case scenario, nothing happens. Right? He burned... Worst case scenario, he burns his goodwill. Which, to be fair, I haven't watched him in forever, so... Yeah, who cares, right? I don't care. I haven't watched Dunkey in forever, so... If he burns his goodwill, no sweat off my back. I don't watch him anyways. But if he makes good game, well, right, if he publishes, not makes, if he publishes good games, then hey. And I know he's looking for talent as well. And you know, that could be good, because if you can find someone talented, well, hey. Boom, you can hook them up with a competent game developer. Right? It's all publishing stuff. You know what? I don't know the entire, like, fan reaction to this and everything. But mostly I've seen the negative stuff. But I legitimately don't have a problem with any of this. Legitimately, yeah, does it feel kind of naive? I mean, I guess, but hey. Because, like, I know in his video, he talks about, like, oh, I've introduced people to so many obscure indie games over the years. And then every game he lists in that video is, like, a popular indie game, right? Like, and maybe that just shows that, right, how many popular indie games there are. But at the same time, it's just a weird thing to think about, right? Like, oh, I've introduced people to so many popular games. Oh my god. But you're right, like in that video, he shows like a demo, like a reel of like indie games he's reviewed. And I've played like, I think I had heard of like all but like 2 of them. And I had played all but like a dozen of them. Right? So, yeah. And to me, I do remember liking Dunkey's indie game reviews. From what I remember them being pretty solid. But yeah, but no, I don't see it right at the moment until he starts asking people to invest. I literally have no complaints in this. Right? Hey, if it gets us good games, it gets us good games, and I love some good games. Alright, I'm always down. I love indie games. I'm always down for more indie games. So yeah, I've got no problems with this. Which, you know, it's coming from, which is surprising coming from me, because I am a Dunkey denier, I guess. He just started to get on my nerves, what can I say? He's not the worst thing to happen in gaming, God, far from it. And right, like, I've listened, and I like this podcast. He had the podcast that ran for, like, 5 or 6 episodes, and I really did like it. Like, one of the few episodes he did, he talked about, like, Earthbound. And, you know, for being an RPG hater, I did actually like his takes on Earthbound. And, you know, and I know, right, I hate when Dunkey does RPG stuff. Especially when it's an RPG I like, Xenoblade. But, you can tell an RPG is special when, right, he does like it, right? Like Persona 5, like, Earthbound, right? Like, freaking Undertale. Even though, I mean, yeah, Undertale's an RPG, I guess. I don't know, I feel like, we'll talk about Undertale in here in a minute, but it really doesn't feel like an RPG, but that's just because if you do the pacifist run, you don't, right, the level up doesn't matter, and the only gear that matters is defense up, I guess. And so I guess we should go into WIBE. So I'll start off, so I've been drinking a soda. So every year around Halloween, Mountain Dew release, for the past 4 years now, this is year 4, Mountain Dew's been releasing like a Halloween mystery flavor. And every year it's a different flavor, right? And I'm pretty sure we've actually talked about the past 3 years. So, the first mystery flavor was candy corn. 2 years ago, it was, 2 years ago, it was, candy apple. I think it was candied apple anyways, like caramel apple or something. Last year, it was either like Starburst or Sweet Tarts, right? It was like one of those style candies, right? It was like a sweet, fruity flavor. So, right, it's a mystery flavor, but it's a Halloween thing as well. So, you know, it's usually got some sort of Halloween-ish theme. This year's flavor, so the moment I tried it, I instantly knew what it was. I was like, oh yeah, I can tell you exactly what this is. My roommates tried it, had no fucking idea. Completely confused on it. But the moment I tried it, I was like, yep, I know what this is. Do I like it? I mean, I'm drinking them, which is more than I can say about the, fucking gingerbread ones. I think last year's was actually pretty decent. I remember last year's being decent. The Starburst, Sweet Tart, whatever it was. But this year's flavor, Sour Patch Kids. And you can tell it, at least I could tell it instantly, because I can taste the, like, you know how Sour Patch Kids are covered in that, like, oh, god damn it, I didn't start a match. You know how, like, Sour Patch Kids are covered in that, like, powder that I know has a name, but I always forget what it is? It's something acid. It's like an acid. It's called, like, acid something. You can taste that in the drink. That's how I knew it was Sour Patch Kids. What flavor of Sour Patch Kids? I have no idea. Is it supposed to be like watermelon, cherry, lime? If I had to guess, I would probably say like lemon lime, because, you know, that's Mountain Dew flavor. But yeah, it's definitely, you can taste that sourness in it. It's totally Sour Patch Kids. I picked it up immediately. So if you think Sour Patch Kids Mountain Dew would be good, well, hey, you're in for a treat here. I mean, again, it's not the worst Mountain Dew I've had. Not by a long shot. But it's definitely a very interesting flavor. But yeah, I've been drinking one tonight. So yeah. Yeah, it's... I don't know, you know, it's... Mountain Dew does all their fun flavors, you know. It's the only thing that gets me to drink Mountain Dew. Honestly, I've been more on it because I was sick. Because I don't drink Gatorade, but when I'm sick, that's the one time I'll drink it. And I got a few while I was sick, right? The first time. And God, they were just so good. And I got another one today because, you know, I woke up sick. And I was like, oh, I'm going to get another Gatorade. And I'm like, God, this just, it soothes my throat so much, man. Again, they advertise themselves as, like, the drink of athletes. But no, I only have Gatorade when I'm sick. God, yeah, it's actually worked pretty well. So yeah, that's kind of what you know, I tried to start a lemonade phase. But lemonade phases, not easy. Not easy to start a lemonade phase, I will tell you that. Lemonade gets fucking expensive, man. But I can get a 10-pack of Gatorade for like $10. Okay, it was probably more than that. I don't remember how much it was. But yeah, so that's Mountain Dew. But game-wise, I've been playing Batman. We'll talk probably more about it next week. But I have to assume I'm getting close to the end. Because there's like this, like in the game, Hugo Strange goes on the radio and talks about like Project X or something. I don't remember what the project is called. I just know he's like the big project will commence in like 10 hours. And then right throughout the game, it occasionally checks in with you, and it's like Project 10 will commence in 5 hours. And I'm at the point where it's like Project X will commence in like an hour. So that, I'm assuming I must be close to the end of the game. So either that, or there's like a lot more, right? Or like getting to this Project X point is the halfway point of the game. But I'm going to assume it's the former. But yeah, that's where I am in Arkham Asylum. Or Arkham City, I mean. Really good game. Really good game, that Arkham City, man. What I love about it is that, right, Arkham Asylum. Oh, what villains do you fight? You fight Killer Croc. You fight, Scarecrow. You fight the Joker. You fight, you fight Victor Zsasz. Right, you do, those are the types of villains, right? Killer Croc, the Joker, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow. This game, I mean, yeah, the Joker shows up. Yeah, Victor Zsasz is, like, on the telephone. But for the most part, it's completely different villains. Mr. Freeze, the Penguin, Two-Face, Deadshot, Hugo Strange, Solomon Grundy, Ra's al Ghul. Right? It's different villains. And so that's something I've really enjoyed about this game. Is how it's just been using different Batman villains. I like that. That's good. Let's go scrub these slots real quick. Let's go scrub her shirt. But yeah, so that's been great. I love using different Batman villains. Good for the game. Good on that, for them doing that. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. Again, we'll talk more about it next week. I'm really surprised, because, like, I don't remember the Catwoman stuff at all. And then I felt like halfway through the game, the Catwoman stuff all just, like, disappeared. Yeah, look how cheap that is to scrub that. So yeah, that really right, like, there was Catwoman missions, which I've never beaten Arkham City before, I should say. I'm definitely... I think I got maybe less than halfway through it. Maybe halfway. I kind of don't remember. But yeah, so yeah, I didn't remember... I don't remember any of the Catwoman stuff. Oh, wow. That hasn't happened. And then, right, like, halfway... and then the Catwoman stuff just kind of stopped happening. Like, after I saved Mr. Freeze in the museum, I expected to do another Catwoman segment. Nope, didn't happen. After I beat Ra's al Ghul, I expected to do another Catwoman segment. Nope, because you start the game with one, and you do one after being infected by the Joker, and that's it. So that honestly surprised me. But yeah, so what else? I've been playing Splatoon 3. We started the story mode on stream. I hope we can do some more tomorrow, but who knows? We might not be able to. I keep meaning to do it, and then I just fucking... God, I'm busy, or I'm tired, or... God. This is why I never cut it as a streamer. That and I'm boring as shit. So yeah, I do want to beat the story mode. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I was enjoying so far of what we played. I know it's going to get difficult at some point. But yeah, so we'll continue with that. Hopefully later this week, maybe next week. Or, hopefully tomorrow, maybe later in the week. I don't know. I'll find time to continue with the story. Because I also do want to play Pikmin... With the announcement of Pikmin 4, I want to play Pikmin 3 again, but I think I'm going to do that on stream. Because I kept saying I was going to do Pikmin 3 on stream. And then I never did. I'm just going to become a fucking Pikmin 3 streamer. That's it. But yeah, so I've been playing Splatoon 3. Finally. Oh, wait, this is a 10x battle. I was like, finally, a tricolor. God, I'm gonna... Watch me fucking lose this 10x battle. I actually won the last 10x battle I was in. So yeah, I was finally able to get B+ rank, which I don't think I had B+ rank last time I streamed, but I was finally able to get B+ rank. But even more than that, I was able to get a chance to level up to A rank. Right? But to level up to A rank, you have to, like, beat, like, a level up battle. And I fucking got my ass kicked in the level up battle. Right? So normally how it works in series is you get 3 lives to win 5 games. Rank up battles to get you from A to B rank are 3 lives to win 3 games. And I don't know if you have to win all 3. I don't know if you only have to win a certain number, right? I don't know all the details. I just know, right, 3 lives to win 3 games to rank up from B to A rank. Even though I was actually doing pretty good that day, I think I had, like, to get to the point where I could do the rank up battle, I won, like, 4 games. The second I got the chance to level up to A rank, I just fucking lost 3 games. I had a disconnect, but then I also lost 3 games in a row. So I've fucking got my ass kicked. So I'm still in B rank. And I just cannot get to A rank. I'll try again later in the week. But yeah, B rank did not go my way. God damn it. Honestly, you should never use the dynamo roller to roll over people. It never fucking works. They're always able to stop you. They're always able to stop you. But yeah, so I'm not in A rank. I tried to get into A rank. Did not work out, so I'm gonna hopefully get those, because it costs like 80 points to get leveled up to A rank. Right? It was like 85, I think. How did I not kill either of them? Oh my god. But I'm gonna hopefully, right, get back up there, get my 85 back that it cost me to do it, and then try again at A rank. I know in, like, right, that's the rank level I know. I know in higher levels, it can cost, like, 160 to rank up. I saw that on Twitter. I think they were going to S rank or something like that, or maybe even X. But it was like 160 points to do a series. And I was like, holy shit. Because I think 80 is a lot, honestly. God damn it. The Dynamo's just not killing. I know I've got some good distance on him, but still. God damn it, I fucking suck with the Dynamo. I mean, that was pretty close. Bigger man. Yeah, we fucking got our ass kicked in the 10X. I did see somebody joke that, let's go team gear. Let's do good, but not great, so that way we don't end up as the middle team in tricolor. Right, that was... Because it seems like, even though the one time we had middle team, they fucking kicked our ass. It sucks that we've only done tricolor once. Whether that be... I honestly, I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because there aren't enough team, Grub players, maybe, who fucking knows. It sucks that we're not doing more. I want to be the defender in tricolor. I really do. I want to try. I hope at some point we get to be the defender. I might just have to go with big man team at some... Watch, the second I go with big man team is the moment they fucking lose and, right, the Shiver team gets it. But yeah, I still fucking suck at, fucking tower. My best mode is Splat Zones, and of course I did try to do the rank up in Splat Zones. Because I was able to get to the rank up match in, Splat Zones, right? Get my 4 wins. Nope, didn't help. So yeah, I still enjoy the game. I'm enjoying the game though, you know, it's fun. It's fun to log on every day, do the clothing. I'm excited to, right, I'm enjoying the Splatfest again, even though we're not doing amazing. I mean, we're not doing terrible, but we're definitely not doing great. God damn. It's so fucking slow. So the only other game I've been playing, and there's been stuff I've been meaning to play. I'll be honest, I almost bought Shovel Knight Dig. So the reviews came out, and while yeah, Shovel Knight Dig is another roguelike, and as I've said, I'm kind of sick of roguelikes. The one thing that did interest me was that while it is a roguelite, I've seen it's a roguelite. Right, so like you can get upgrades that carry with you to future runs, which I do like roguelites more than I do roguelikes. The thing that did kind of interest me is people have been comparing it to Splunky, which admittedly I've never played Splunky, but Splunky is one of those games I feel like I would like if I were to ever play it. I don't know, I've heard plenty of good things about it. So yeah, even though I'd probably be fucking terrible at it. But you know, Shovel Knight Splunky, that seems much more up my alley. If that makes any sense. God. I'm so fucking bad at this game. How I even got a chance to go up to A rank, I'll never know. Yeah, oh god. But yeah, so I didn't play Shovel Knight Dig, but I almost did. Instead, I finally, right, a few weeks ago, I was talking about how I've been wanting to replay Undertale. But I was waiting for it to go on sale. And then Undertale had its, I want to say, 6-year anniversary, and it finally went on sale. So I picked up Undertale, and I finally started replaying it. I'm like 2 hours in, and I just beat Undyne. Even though actually beating Undyne took probably like an hour. We lost. We got our asses kicked. Yeah. Okay, not as bad as I thought, but yeah. Yeah, Undyne. You know, I never beat Undyne the Undying. I got close. I got to like the final part. And yet, so I was like, oh yeah, Undyne's gonna be a breeze, right? Because I've done a lot of Undyne the Undying. I put like, okay, not a crazy amount, but I put some time into it, right? Nope, just normal Undyne fucking kicked my ass. And it was honestly all of what really broke me, what broke my brain was the arrows that like flip sides, so like the green arrows. For some reason that just broke my brain. And even in the run where I actually beat Undyne, I still got my ass kicked because the final segment is all reverse arrows. And like I just tanked it, right? I blocked a few, but like the second I like lose the rhythm of it, I just fucking just tanked a bunch of hits. And that's the final attack. But I got to the final attack dozens of times. And then it just killed me every time. It was just kicking my ass. But I had a really good run. Had enough health at the end to tank the final hit. Because yeah, once I lost the backward, like the ones that flip sides, I was like, yep, that's it, game over. But yeah, everything up until that point, yeah, I was able to get to Undyne in like 2 hours. Do all the Papyrus stuff, do all the traps, the fight with Papyrus, date Papyrus, which, God, is still so funny. And yeah, I'm going for True Pacifist again, because yeah, why not? But yeah, I have no plan on doing Genocide. I tried Genocide, couldn't do it, have no intention to ever do it. Right? Like, the game makes a point about how Genocide, you do it for the challenge, right? That's it. Like, it's something you intentionally have to do for the challenge. And I just have no interest in that. I have no interest in the challenge of Genocide, so I'm just not going to do Genocide. So, yeah, I know I never beat it back in the day, but I have no intention of beating it this time. Just, honestly, it does nothing for me. Just being completely honest. Genocide just does not appeal to me. I've tried it, couldn't do it, have no intention of ever doing it again. And that's kind of the point of Genocide in some ways. Is that if you can't do it, you're not supposed to do it, right? Because that's not... Plus, that's also not how I have... Like, I was doing it just to do it, you know? Just to have that 100% completion. But no, that's not how I enjoy the game, so I'm just not going to do it. And the game encourages that. Undertale is still a really fucking good game. The writing's really good. It's really fun. I kind of forget it's an RPG because in the True Pacifist, that the art like leveling up never comes up. But it's just it's a really fun, really well written game. Never played Deltarune. I did. We streamed like the first like 3 hours of it or something. But I've never played past that, and I've never done Chapter 2. So maybe I'll do that at some point. It's up there with a game like Doki Doki Literature Club, where I played the first like 6 hours of that. Felt like, yeah, you know, I kind of saw what I wanted to. I think I'm good. But Doki Doki Literature Club had its 5-year anniversary? Maybe Undertale was 7. Maybe it was Undertale's 7th anniversary. That actually sounds more correct. Yeah, because I think Undertale is 2015. So yeah, it was Undertale's anniversary. So, but yeah, it was also Doki Doki Literature Club's anniversary this week as well. Or it was Undertale's like last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was Doki Doki's this week. And that game, guess what? That game also went on sale a while ago, actually, at Best Buy of all places, and I was able to pick up a copy there and play it. Ah, that was so dumb. How? That was direct. Oh my god, I don't know how that didn't kill me. So yeah, I do have a copy of Doki, and I might play that again. Actually, like, beat it this time. But I picked it up on Switch. I picked up Undertale on Switch because I already owned it on PC. But it's still really good. It's still... I still stand by it's one of the best games of all time. Definitely the best soundtrack of all time. God, do I love the music so much. I was bopping to Papyrus's theme so hard. Undyne started to get on me, but that was just because I did it. That's just because I was like, I should be done with this by this point. Why am I still here? But yeah, I would have thought, like, with Cuphead, right? When I played Cuphead this year, I had already played Cuphead, so I actually did very well at the game. So I would have thought the same thing would be with Undertale. Like, oh, I've played Undertale before. Of course everything went great. But no, it actually did not at all. But yeah, Undertale has been fantastic. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And yeah, that's it. I have not checked to see if Ooblets has been updated. I should, honestly. I haven't seen... I've been keeping my eye out on Twitter. I haven't really seen anything. I've been playing Fall Guys a little bit. Not very much, but I've put a little bit of time into it. I guess I'm just not... I don't know. I probably would be more interested in it, but now Splatoon's come out, and that's taking up all of my time. So I guess Season 2 is kind of a wash for Fall Guys for me. But who knows, maybe I'll like Season 3 more. Right, maybe in like a few months. Because, like, I don't give a shit about that Miku costume, man. Like, who cares? Spock, also, again, who cares? Yeah, we got our asses kicked. My first round earlier this morning went a lot better, but then again, I think I was using the katana, what can I say? But yeah, that went okay, but yeah, no, tonight, it has not been going that well. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll check out a different weapon. Anything else? Not that I haven't played anything. I haven't, other than the 2 shows we're talking about tonight. I really haven't watched anything else of, like, least importance. Oh, we get a free cash play. Dodge roller. I don't know if I should just use up all my conch shells tonight, or what. I probably will just use up all my conch shells. Oh, I got a bamboozler. And then, of course, we got my locker down here. See, I thought I already had blue squids, because the store said I didn't have any. Were those Are these are blue and... Oh, wait, are these purple? Those don't look very purple. I guess those don't look very purple to me. Yeah, they look more... I mean, I'm not colorblind, but... Huh, interesting. Yeah. I love stupid ones like that. Like that. Honestly, there are some, like, ones that are taken super seriously, but I will always prefer the joke ones. Like that. Oh my god, that's so good. What other fucking... Let's go buy a new... You know what, let's just go buy a new weapon. We got enough points. Let's go buy one. Have I done anything? I haven't watched anything else, I don't think. I haven't played anything else, I don't think. I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like there's so many games out to play right now. Like, there's so many great indie games that it's just impossible to choose anything. So I'm waiting. I'm excited for the next on the next level. I get the squeezer, and this is a weapon I do want to try out. But we don't get that until we also get the blobbler at level 19. That's still a ways away though. I don't want to use a 96 gal. I don't like the 96 gal that much. We're gonna instead pick up the dapple dualies. And let's just head straight back to the lobby. I don't think we're gonna change out our gear any. We'll come, or like always, we'll come and check out those at the end. Because there's always good art. I can't think of anything else. No, I didn't Pokemon. I didn't. I can't remember what makes the Dapple Dually special. I know there's... Someone described the Dapple Dualies as .52 gal if it was a dually. But I know they have something special to them. Maybe it's fast strafing speed. That might be it. I know it's short range. I don't know. They definitely seem, based on watching Chugga Conroy's Splatoon 2 series, they definitely seem like a weapon I was interested in. I don't know if they're good for this mode, but I'm definitely going to try it out. That's for sure. So I guess... So, if I can't think of anything else, and I'm sure I will at the end. Oh, I've been watching Survive Block Island, Rooster Teeth's new show. You know, I don't really watch that much Rooster Teeth anymore. It's literally just been this Survive Block Island and Red Dragon Inn before that. And Wind Waker Randomized, which Wind Waker Randomized has been fantastic. Today's episode, which is tomorrow's on YouTube, great episode. You know, Michael and Matt are hilarious. I really hope the next randomizer, like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, we'll do Majora's Mask, do, Twilight Princess. I hope they do Breath of the Wild randomized. Honestly, I want that to be the next one. Because I think that would just be more interesting, honestly. Because, yeah, of course Majora's Mask would make sense. But Breath of the Wild did just get a new randomizer. Okay, it happened like 3 months ago now, but they did get a new one. But yeah, and then I've been watching Survive Block Island Meltdown, which I enjoyed the first season. I enjoyed the new season of Survive Block Island. It's also really good. I should give you something to get when you jump out. So yeah, the new season of Survive Block Island has been pretty good so far. I have been thoroughly enjoying it. You definitely see... I'm definitely expecting the teams to shake up next week. Because, yeah... But I'm actually really glad the alliance that I was hoping was going to stay, stayed. I'm being kind of vague on purpose, but... Yeah. Like, they could have easily gone in direction A with it, but instead they went in direction B. And I feel like the show... Right, like, that just made things more interesting. Did Michael totally waste an invincibility totem? Yes. Yes, he did. Oh my god, yes, he did. But, like, it's Michael Jones. He doesn't give a shit. He could care. He could get voted off, and he could give less of a shit. Yeah. Alright, so I guess we should talk about the big thing. So, I think 2 weeks ago, I teased that I was watching Amphibia. And I was, but we hadn't talked about it. And I was going to talk about it last week, because I'd finished the first season. And then we streamed at, like, midnight last week, so I kind of completely forgot. But, so I've been watching Amphibia... And I've been working on it for, I don't know, a few weeks now. And I've been enjoying it. You know, it's a really fun... It's more of an, not an anthology. It's more of, you know, a episodic show. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, where, like, yeah, there is connecting tissue between episodes. There is running things like the music box and whatnot. But for the most part, you know, it's episodic. There's a lot of, like, running, right? It's a lot of, like, oh, hey, in this episode, Anne works at a restaurant. In this episode, Sprig, right, Pop tries to get Sprig a girlfriend, right? In this episode, they're trying to make pizza. So, but every once in a while, something that, like, comes back from, right, to build on it. Like the music box. Like, Anne has the music box she's been holding on to. Sasha gets her own episode. That when you in the first episode, you find out she's been kidnapped by the Toads, and then she gets her own episode where you see her basically take over the Toads, and then you finally get the finale with that. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. It's funny. I really do like the characters. I like Anne. I like Hot Pop. Polly definitely gets the least amount of time. But yeah, Sprig's also pretty good. I like that he's a fiddle player. It comes up every once in a while, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a nice detail. I'm just waiting for them to do a musical episode. Yeah. Right now, like, of an overarching story, there really hasn't been one. Like, the most you get is the music box stuff and stuff with Sasha. But honestly... I don't remember who I was watching, but someone pointed out that, like, some people say that, oh, when it comes to, if you were to watch Steven Universe nowadays, you should just skip the first, like, 45 episodes and just go straight to the end, right? Just go straight to those final few episodes and the finale, right? Because up until that point, Steven Universe was very serialized? Is that the word not serialized, right? It was a very episodic show. Every episode dealt with, like, problem of the week. Oh, this week Steven has cat fingers. Oh, this week Steven's dying of old age. Oh, this week he forgets a statue to the floating monument that ends up destroying it. Right, Steven Universe also started off very episodic, but that's important because you need those episodic episodes to build up to, so that way you know more about the characters. So that way, when the more serious plot happens, you like the characters, because you've got all that episodic information from watching all those episodic episodes. And yeah, no, it's a good point, and that's kind of how I'm feeling about this show. Sure, it's a lot of episodic information at the start, but it's all important because I give a shit about Anne and Sprig and Hot Pop and Polly, I guess. Right? I care about these characters. So now, in the second season, I'm like 6 episodes into the second season. So, like, they just met Marcy, finally. Which, again, they spent a long time without Sasha in the first season. And she only shows up maybe halfway through, and then she doesn't show up again until the end. But yeah, because I've spent 20 technically it's 40 11-minute episodes. With these characters, I now give a shit about these characters. So now that we have, like, these more serious episodes that are presumably coming, I care about them. But yeah, so I'm all for this, right? This, like, I can see someone being like, oh, just watch these 3 episodes in the first season and you're all good. But no, all the other episodes are important because they tell you a lot about the character. Like, there's one early on with, where you find out that Anne, right, Sasha was the one who made all the rules, and Anne just kind of followed, and now Anne is kind of treating Sprig the same way. So, like, that's a very important detail about Anne's character that you get early on. I was terrible with that cooler. But yeah, so yeah, I've thoroughly been enjoying it. The actual finale with the whole them fighting the frogs was very, oh god, I ran out of ink. The actual finale of them, right, fighting the toads, the entire Sasha showing up, Hot Pot becoming a revolutionary, which the whole bit about the mayor, right? He's running for mayor, and yet he needs the vote of the entire valley. Like, I know that's just the joke. Honestly, it would have been more interesting though if they made Hot Pop the mayor. But yeah, no, that was good, right? I like that, right, that their whole goal is to kill Hot Pop, and that puts Anne and Sasha in conflict with each other, and it's really good. I don't know everything that happens in this show. Like unlike Owl House, where I knew, like, every surprise except for, like, 2, because, you know, the audience can't keep a secret. This show, I know a few. I know a few of the secrets, that's for sure. But I definitely don't know all of them. So there are definitely some secrets that I'm looking forward to. But the one thing I do know is that the fandom treats Marcy, Anne, and Sasha as basically a polyamorous trio. And yeah, I kind of see it. Just having just met Marcy, yeah, I kind of see it, honestly. I know some people say, well, oh, can't characters just be friends? Whatever happened to friends? Why does everything have to be a relationship? And, like, they're technically right, because shipping wars are a nightmare, trust me, I know. But also, the way Anne and Sasha argue, and Anne and Marcy, there's definitely something there. I don't know. I'm sure it'll get stronger later in the season. Or maybe not, you know? But yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying Amphibia. It is a really... Again, I remember when Amphibia and the Owl House were announced. And I was like, oh, the Owl House, that seems interesting. Maybe I'll get around to it. Amphibia? Who cares? But no, I've been really impressed with it. I did get to the Gravity... We'll talk about the second season when I finish it in like a few weeks. But I have already gotten to the Gravity Falls episode. And yes, that's fun. So yeah, that was a fun episode. And yeah, Frog Seuss. So yeah, I've been thoroughly enjoying the show, you know. I know I'm forgetting all my serialized, non-serialized terms just in the panic of the moment. But no, I've been thoroughly enjoying it. It's more of an episodic show for right now. And maybe it'll stay more episodic. But, you know, it might not. You never know with these things, but I've enjoyed it. The characters are fun. Again, the character I give the least shits about is Polly. But she's also had the least screen time so far, so... Maybe there's something to that, you know? Oh my gosh. Anything else? Nothing at the moment. You know, it's a good show. You know, if you've seen, like, I know the Owl House took the world by storm, right? And like, oh, everybody, like, not from the moment it came out, but definitely by the Grom episode. Everyone was talking about the Owl House. I never really felt like as many people were talking about Amphibia, but it's definitely worth your time. At least just based on... Again, and from my understanding of the fandom, it does have a good ending, right? This ain't gonna pull a fucking Voltron on us. I mean, again, I'm making jokes about the three main characters being in a polyamorous couple. Being polyamorous, but I don't... They're not actually, like, queer baiting us, right? This ain't fucking Voltron. That's all fandom stuff. And I'm literally only thinking about it. Like, the fandom got it in my head. And now it's just like, oh yeah, okay, I kind of see it now. If it wasn't for the fandom, I don't know if I'd be thinking of this stuff. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to think, anything else, any other standout, really funny moments? Nothing off the top of my head. It's just, it is a really good, really solid show. Yeah, I see how we lost that. If we had just a little bit more on the sides, things might have been different, but no. So I guess that takes us to our last thing, She-Hulk. So She-Hulk episode 6 came out. And of course people, because last episode teased Daredevil, and this week was a wedding episode, and it's like, where's Daredevil? Fuck, man. I can't, the fandoms of these shows fucking suck. Fandoms fucking suck. They are the poison of the soul. But, and again, these people aren't even fans, right? Like, they claim to be Marvel fans, but yet they don't know, like, and I'm not saying, oh, fans have to like everything. Like, She-Hulk, I mean, I've been thoroughly enjoying it so far, but if you don't find it funny, you just don't find it funny, and that's okay. Right? That's perfectly fine. I find it hilarious. But God, fandoms suck. But yeah, no, you don't have to like everything. I mean, I have, but I haven't loved everything. I haven't hated anything in a while. I mean, I did not hate Thor: Love and Thunder. Haven't rewatched it. Didn't hate it, though. Didn't love it, but didn't hate it either. I thought it was okay. I don't know, but now everyone's like, oh, you just need to rewatch Ragnarok, and you'll realize Ragnarok wasn't that good. Yeah, maybe you're right, but maybe you're wrong. So this week's episode was a wedding episode. Already, that's a fun concept. Especially because, Jen walks in as She-Hulk, and immediately I'm like, oh, she's gonna be yelled at for, trying to upstage the bride. And yeah, sure enough, bride's like, you better not, don't pull this shit at my wedding, Jen. So that's fun. Of course, Titania's there at the wedding, and so there's something up with that. Jen meets a guy who may or may not be linked to some sort of evil organization thing. I don't know. There's this whole intelligentsia, which sounds familiar. I don't know why, but intelligentsia sounds familiar. I've heard it somewhere before. But, and right there, the people who hired the Wrecking Crew in one of the previous episodes, which I still find that funny. I still find that funny. God, the people who were... Because one of the Wrecking Crew members in the comics is black. But in the show, they made it a white guy. So you had these people who were like, oh, right, we always complain about... people always... when you make a ginger character into a black character, why is nobody complaining that they made the Wrecking Crew black guy into a white guy? And it's like, you don't give a shit about this. You're just doing it to, stoke the outrage of the show. Because nobody fucking gives a shit about the Wrecking Crew. Nobody has ever given a shit about the Wrecking Crew. But yeah, it's a fucking mess. But yeah, no, so that's something, that's definitely like the end episode teaser. I'm disappointed they don't do post-credit scenes anymore. The post-credit scenes were some of the funniest, throwaway gags. And I'm disappointed, right? They haven't been in the past 2 episodes. I know the past 2 episodes have ended with, stingers. But still. The actual wedding is just a fun concept. She-Hulk at a wedding, Sure, why not? Titania's there. Her dealing with the oversized dress, that's fun. Her getting drunk and being unable to turn into She-Hulk for a second, that's good. What else? There's tons of other fun stuff. Oh god, what else happens? Oh, the person she's walking down the aisle with is a fucking, rat. It's one of those rat chihuahuas, you know what I'm talking about. That was good. Yeah, the wedding, and right, because the wedding staff is literally using her just to push her around as, like, free labor. But again, she can't turn into She-Hulk because that would upstage the bride, and again, I kind of get it. But yeah, it's a fun episode. The Titania stuff that actually, right, is just Titania trying to mess with her. Because, you know, like, yeah, I think Jamal just does a good job as Titania. A very one-note villain, but a fun one-note villain, right? The influencer super villain. Right? Like the last episode, right, with her stealing the trademark. That's a funny concept. I mean, I think of when the Champions did that. When, oh god, what were they called? The Freelancers? The evil Champions are called, like, the Freelancers. And they steal the Champions trademark. That was a thing that happened in their comics. So, yeah, yeah, I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm forgetting something about the episode as well. She meets a guy. Oh, I'm forgetting the B-plot. That's what I'm forgetting. The B-plot introduces Mr. Immortal, and he's this guy who, because this is still a lawyer show. Mr. Immortal, he's married like 7 women, and then when he gets tired of the relationship, he just fakes his death. And then, right, finds a new partner. But eventually all of his exes figured out that, hey, this guy's immortal. So, what the fuck is up with that, right? And so they're all suing him over it. That's just fun. Mr. Immortal, right, having to, right, have an honest conversation with a woman and just jumping out the window. I feel like I've seen that joke somewhere else before. But, yeah, where, like, the guy can't handle an honest conversation with a woman. So he just, like, throws himself off a bridge or something. Fuck, where have I seen that before? I have no idea. Either way, it's a good bit. And it doesn't overstay its welcome, right? It's the B-plot. Oh, God. It's the B-plot of the episode, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's just good enough. Mr. Immortal, I guess, is a character from Great Lakes Avengers, which Great Lakes Avengers is kind of like a parody team made up of a bunch of joke characters, like, Paperman, Big Bertha, Hole Man, who literally can just stand in front of a wall and make it a door. I think it's either Hole Man or Doorman or something like that. I don't know. Great Lake Avengers is a thing, but yeah, it's like a parody comic of some sorts, and I think they all died. But yeah, I guess he has something to do with that. So yeah, at least if I remember correctly. I don't know. Honestly, if like Great Lakes Avengers, would be like a joke in like a Deadpool thing, right? Kind of like how Deadpool made a joke out of X-Force. They could easily make a joke out of Great Lakes Avengers. But yeah, I'm enjoying She-Hulk, man. I find it funny. I really like what they're doing with Jen as a character, right? With her struggle between being She-Hulk and Jen. Like the episode, like last episode made the joke with the title card of, right, She-Hulk by Titania. This episode made the joke with the title card of just Jen. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of funny. Because again, she can't be She-Hulk for this episode. But yeah, no, the episode's completely aware that, yeah, they teased Daredevil last time, but hey, it's a self-contained wedding episode, so they're just going to do that instead. Oh, wow, that actually did get me on the grate. Cool. Oh, God. Okay, good. But yeah, so I'm enjoying She-Hulk. It's still a really solid Still a really fun show. I think we've got 3 episodes left. So hopefully it all pays out in the end. But yeah. And I guess that takes us to the outro. So we did okay, you know, tonight. Honestly, we did terrible. We did okay, but we also did terrible. I do want to get up to ruler, but that's probably not going to happen tonight. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow. Because you want to get as many Super Sea Snails as possible, because that allows you to reshuffle gear. And it doesn't matter if you're on the winning team or not. As far as I know, winning or losing team does not affect how many Super Sea Snails you get. What matters is your rank. I do not know if you get more Super Sea Snails for being, like, Ruler Plus. Like, I think we saw someone earlier who was, like, Ruler Plus 7. So I don't know if you get more Super Sea Snails for being Ruler Plus something something. Oh, God damn it. I was really hoping they'd live long enough. Yeah, so I do want to do that, because the Super Sea Snails are important. Even though they're no longer the end-all, be-all of everything, like they were in the previous 2 games, because some of those things you can redo with, like, like how I can buy extra star slots, but those cost a lot of money. Those really do cost, the extra star slots, what, I think one was, like, 50k? That's a lot, especially because I've blown all my money on cosmetics. Like, no, seriously, I've blown a lot of money on cosmetics and whatnot. Like, I bought a gear thing from the online shop, and I couldn't even buy it for, like, 2 days. I bought a pair of boots. And yeah, I couldn't, because I just had no money. So yeah, this game definitely knows how to get money, especially when you don't win as often, like I don't. Because again, what part of being terrible at this game? Honestly, I'm okay with the Sploosh-O-Matic. But the Sploosh-O-Matic is not the only weapon I want to use. It's just the primary weapon I'm using. I really probably should have thrown that cooler down. I do have 2 beacons up there, though. I bet they're gonna... Oh, wow, they didn't get destroyed. I didn't have time to get up to them, though. We definitely won that. That was a good win. And that was a 10x battle, so that was important. We didn't get any 100x's. That sucks. I do like these Dapple Dualies. I know I'm not amazing at them or anything, but I definitely do enjoy them. Yeah, I knew I was going to like them because, again, .52 Gal Dually sounds like a great concept. Okay, we're going to do one... I'm going to try to get our catalog ranked up one more time. Oh, and we got a festive shell. I have no fucking idea what those festive shells do. You get them, I see you can get a bunch of them. I have, and you only, right now, the only point I've seen getting them is for winning 10x battles. Because we won one 10x battle before, I've only ever done like 3 10x battles, I should say. So like, that's not like that doesn't mean I've like failed a bunch of 10x battles. I've only ever done 3. But you get those pearlescent clamshells. And I'm sure they do something, but I have no idea what, and the game doesn't tell you. Pearlescent clamshells are the Pikmin enemy, right? It's either pearlescent clamshells or pearlescent clams. I kind of don't remember. But I want to level up our... Because we've been getting all those conch shells, and I'm just going to spend a bunch of them. Oh, and we're ending on a tricolor. Okay, good. I wanted to get a tricolor. I really did. This is our second tricolor. We've been going for over 2 hours. Oh my god, these things are rare. Honestly, the less we have to worry about this area, the better. Of course, I lose to a 52 cal. Okay, the other team got an ultra. Again, I kind of don't care. Unless they've changed things. I don't care if I win. I just care that they lose. Because if they lose, well, I still win. Oh my god, I cannot kill that guy. Yeah. Okay, the ultra signal has appeared. They're still winning. Yeah, I can see their ultra signal over there, but there's gotta be one more. Yeah, I placed the beacon down there, and I haven't used it. Oh, there's two guys here. Yeah, one ultra signal isn't enough. Okay, right now I'm worried about taking as much of their area off as possible. I'm pretty sure they won, but I have no idea. Yeah, no, I took some area from them at the end, but it was close. If I had maybe 10 more seconds, I could have changed things. That water gun guy kicked my ass. He got me several times. Maybe Team freaking Grub is doing better in this. Maybe this map is more balanced. Hammerhead. Yeah, I never even got close to the ultra signal. Never even got a chance. Yeah, we still got over 300 points to go on that. I can't believe we only got tricolor twice. I do wonder how things are for Team Fun. Are they getting them like every other one? Are we not getting them because there aren't that many Team Fun players? Or Team Grub, I mean. Okay, let's use some of these conch shells because we've got a bunch of them. Oh my god, we got the bronze! We got the bronze! That's so great. 10 ability chunks per one. That's basically 10 free abilities on every one, unless it's got a bonus. That's 10 secondary abilities. Holy shit. We're gonna use all these conch shells because we might as well. We got a Mount Everest sticker. Oh, that's cute. I like that. banner. Okay, I could care less about a drink ticket. Reflux user, Inkblot Academy. God, you know, as long as we don't have to pay real money. You know, I know these are basically loot boxes, but as long as we don't have to pay real life money for them. Ultimate weapon. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. I have no idea what's even in the shell-out machine. Like, honestly, I know it's like a bunch of drink reward tickets and whatnot. But I wonder if somebody's compiled a list of everything in the shell-out machine. Look at all these new ones. I got gum wrappers, bandages. I still kind of like this one or this one, though. I still only have 3 badges. Okay, gentle, amped up, fun. Swole, ultimate weapon. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. I still like my Fall Guys one is still the best. Dedicated donut on the donut background. If only they made a Donut Homer. Like a costume that's like Donut Homer. I would love that. Alright, let's get out of here. So the original season of In Chat was Splat in Chat, and it was all about Splatoon. And we always ended off by looking at the art of like what people are making. So that's exactly what we're gonna do tonight. I love that one. That was great. Oh, Grub people exist. I played some more of this table turf off stream. I'm terrible at it still. Yeah. I mean, I've won a few matches, but yeah. Can we buy any of this food? That'd be nice. Oh, hey, that's Dead End Paranormal Park. Mob Psycho. Which, God, you know, there's been so much drama with that this week as well. I'm in danger. You know, I never realized that's that I'm in danger clip is from the Family Guy Simpsons crossover episode. Because if you don't know, TikTok has been infected with Family Guy clips. And one of the ones that came across was that one from that episode. It's been a nightmare, honestly. You're here for a good time, not for a long time. I mean, who knows? I don't know. Honestly, Team Grubs or Team Gear seems to have been doing, or Team Fun. Maybe it's just because I'm terrible at this game, but they seem to be doing pretty well tonight, so maybe they will win the Splatfest. Maybe Tricolor won't backfire on them, but it also totally might. I'm just disappointed we didn't see it more. We only got it 2 times tonight. Geared up to cry. Yeah, we should have gotten Tricolor more. It's weird that all the card people hang out. Right, they hang out over by the card stand, and then they hang out right here. That's a Deltarune thing, isn't it? I'm so disappointed the vertical posts don't display vertical. Like, why not? Why don't vertical posts display vertical? I mean, they do like that, but you know what I mean. Free for violence. Goose. Goose. Oh, it's our boy, Lucky. He would totally be on Team Grub. A full tummy. Honestly, anything's possible with how Tricolor is going to turn out. Because that completely shakes it up. I still hope in future Tricolors that the Ultra Signal does other things. Like, remember in the original, in Splatoon 2, the final Splatfest, how it summoned the killer whale? Which, yeah, there was basically an Ultra, like, Pearl acted as an Ultra Signal. And it summoned the killer whale. I hope they do that again. I'm excited to play more of the Splatfest. Frey's boss fight. Okay, wait. Frey's boss fight was so much fun. And so I'm excited to see what Shiver and Big Man's are. Again, I hope Big Man's is like that boss from the Minish Cap. From the either Temple of Winds or Palace of Winds. I don't remember which one. I also love that their fingertip colors switch, right? So she's got the blue fingertips, they've got the yellow fingertips, and Big Man. That's fun. I'm sure that's a Splatfest theme thing, but yeah. This Splatfest has been right. I mean, we still gotta get. I gotta get another 300, but luckily luckily Splatfest go for 2 days now instead of 1. So that's really nice, and they go until what? 5 p.m. Pacific time, so yeah, that's not bad. But yeah, that's where we're going to end off for tonight. We've been going for, yeah, basically 2.5 hours. You know, pretty standard, honestly. Pretty standard for one of these shows. I guess someone found a way to glitch into this room. Yeah, somebody found a way to glitch into here. And someone found a way to glitch into the, armor shop. Speaking of armor shop. We've got the Squeezer and the Blobbler. I've heard the Blobbler has been horribly nerfed, if it was ever good to begin with. But some of the best player that I have met so far in this game used the Squeezer. Like, holy shit, they were so good with the Squeezer. I was blown away. So I'll never be as good as them, but I'm very curious to try it. And then I liked the Blobbler. Haven't used it in a while. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is true that it's not good anymore, but I want to hope it is. I want to believe. But I still love me that Splooshomatic, man. That's going to be my 5-star weapon. I tell you what. I think I'm... Let's see how close I am, actually. Yeah, I've got it that into 3-star. So yeah, it's probably going to be my first 5-star weapon. Alright, yeah, I think that's where we're going to end off for the night. So we will be back sometime later in the week. We'll do another few hours of the story mode. I don't think we're going to beat it. We're definitely not going to beat it next time I play the story mode, but, you know, maybe we'll get another... We'll probably hopefully get to the next boss fight. Be that Big Man or Shiver. I kind of don't know. Yeah, that's my hope for next time. Is to get, you know, because I'm probably going to do it in, like, parts of 3. So, yeah, that's my hope for next time. But with that, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Till next time. Peace.